Bad weather can cause a survival situation. You may need to build a campfire very quickly in order to avoid hypothermia. We're going to teach you how to find pitchwood, a very good flammable fire starter. This forest has been logged probably once or twice at least. So when you're looking for pitchwood, you want to look for some of the older stumps. There's one up ahead. Now the stump right next to it shows some potential too. It looks like it's got some axe marks on it. Possibly somebody was looking for pitchwood here. I see what appears to be some resin right there. Looks pretty solid. I'm betting this whole stump is probably full of pitchwood, so let's chop some out and see. Yeah, this is the good stuff. It didn't take long at all to chop off that much pitchwood, and there's enough there to get a good fire started. If you were in a survival situation, your best bet would probably be to set this stump on fire and just kind of hang around it, because it'll burn for hours and hours. There's so much pine sap in this pitchwood right here that it's going to light very easily, and it's not going to get wet because there's really no way for any sort of moisture to get into the fibers. Another place to look for pitchwood is on the dead branches of a live tree. Right in here, right next to the tree, would be where you'd want to cut. This is where I sawed off a branch. If you look, definitely shows pretty good accumulation of pitch right there. You don't need much to start a campfire. This little chip and this lighter should do pretty well. Pretty windy out here, but still it's taken off. Another method of using pitchwood involves scraping off some shavings using a knife or other sharp object. The idea is to get a pile of these little shavings, and we will light them with a ferrocerium rod. Now if you were doing this in a survival situation, you'd want to have a big pile of tinder to catch those sparks, but as it is, this seems to work pretty well. This little pile of pitchwood shavings will burn for about maybe a minute. That should be enough to help you get the rest of your pitchwood started. We got a nice selection of wood from that stump, and we have everything from splinters like this to slabs to some nice little chips right there. We have a whole bunch of wood that will work very well to get a fire started, even in the worst of circumstances. So let's take a look at this piece right here, and I'm going to show you how we split it up and get it to work as a tinder. All we need to do is just run your knife along there and get a couple of nice splinters off of there. It splits real easily. These are going to start now very quickly when you take a lighter to them. Now we're assuming your lighter still works. And there you go. It's a little windy out here, but it's okay. See how quickly that burns? You notice how black the flame is? That's the pitch burning. And this is going to keep going for, maybe a minute or two. Who knows? What you could do with this would be put this under your stacked tinder and kindling, and you should have a fire ready to go. Another consideration would be your next fire after this one. Save some of these big pieces, stick them in your pack, and carry them with you. You can shave them off then, or splinter them off, but in either case, you'll have a way to get that next fire going. So think about how you get that survival fire started if you had to. This is Leon Pantenberg with SurvivalCommonSense.com. Thank you for watching. Stay safe and be prepared.